A date by the shoreline. Damn it. How did I even do that? Lily cursed softly as she accidentally smudged her eyeliner. She fumbled a bit and closed her eyes, trying to remain calm amidst the commotion. The rumble of a nearby freight train reverberated through her apartment in Portland, Oregon, but Lily had become accustomed to its disruptive schedule. It was part of life in its eclectic neighborhood, after all. Just a drink, she murmured to herself. What's the worst that could happen? First dates always sent butterflies fluttering in her stomach, and today was no different. She had plans to meet at the trendy new tea house along the Willamette River, known for its stunning views of the city and its artisanal boba drinks. To prepare for this casual outing, Lily had made an effort, putting on a cute summer dress that flowed in the warm breeze. Just a drink, she repeated as she picked up her purse and stepped out into the sunshine. It was an unusually warm day for late September, the sun shining brilliantly against the historic buildings lining the streets she walked. Arriving early, Lily walked through the glass doors of the tea house with a mix of anticipation and nerves. She claimed a small table with a view of the river, giving glimpses of the morning boats bobbing lazily on the water. While scanning the menu, she felt a familiar pang of anxiety wash over her. Okay. If this goes well, we can grab lunch afterward, she reminded herself, the plan happily forming in her mind. She managed to order a butterfly PT before settling back into her thoughts. Just then, a warm voice broke through her swirling nerves. Hi, is this seat taken? Lily looked up and was met with the dazzling smile of a captivating woman with striking auburn hair cascading over her shoulders. Are you Ella? Lily asked, recognizing her date from the pictures online. Guilty as charged. Ella laughed, sliding into the seat across from Lily. Wow, it's really cozy in here. Yeah, I like it. The view isn't too shabby, either, Lily replied, gesturing toward the sparkling river. After they both ordered their drinks, the conversation flowed effortlessly. Ella had an infectious enthusiasm that put Lily at ease, each laugh from Ella drawing out deeper pieces of Lily's personality. What was supposed to be a simple drink transformed into a delightful sharing of stories, laughter, and connectedness. As they sipped their colorful drinks, one thing became clear: Lily didn't want this date to end. Hey, do you want to keep this vibe going? Maybe we can stroll down the waterfront. Lily asked, casually hopeful. I thought you'd never ask. Ella grinned, finishing the last sip of her drink. The two women stepped out of the tea house into the vibrant bustle of Sunday afternoon Portland. The air was fragrant with food carts nearby, enticing them with their aromas. They walked side by side, laughing about everything and nothing, the comfort between them palpable. Watch out! Looks like someone needs to learn how to walk and chew gum at the same time. Ella exclaimed, playfully nudging Lily as they passed a busker strumming a guitar and weaving through the crowd. You know me so well already, Lily quipped back with a chuckle. As they reached the waterfront, the panorama of the Willamette River stretched before them, reflecting the pink and orange hues of the setting sun. Lily felt her heart race when Ella took her hand, fingers lacing together naturally as if they were meant to be. Let's grab a quick photo with the sunset, Ella suggested, pulling out her phone. Great idea. Lily beamed, leaning in as Ella took a selfie with the vibrant colors framing them. But just as they laughed at their silly expressions, a rumble echoed through the ground, causing the surface water to ripple. Both women looked around in confusion. The pleasant afternoon suddenly turned disquiet. Did you feel that? Lily asked, a worried edge creeping into her voice. Yeah, that was not normal, Ella bit her lip. The sun was still shining, but clouds started to gather, shifting the ambience from joyous to unsettling. Suddenly, Ella's phone buzzed and she glanced at the screen. Oh. This just in, the National Weather Service has issued a warning for a potential landslide. What? You mean like from the hills above us? Lily's heart dropped. Just then, small fragments of soil and debris began to tumble down from the hillside, settling like confetti around them. It felt surreal. But as Lily turned to Ella, both shared a nervous laugh despite the danger looming nearby. Okay, maybe we should find somewhere safer. Who knew our date would include a potential landslide? Ella suggested, pulling Lily toward the safety of a nearby cafe. As they ran away from the shoreline together, laughter blended with anxiety, and Lily couldn't help but feel exhilarated. Just a drink, she muttered under her breath, grinning at the unexpected wildness of the day, knowing that perhaps, just perhaps, there was something more to come. Continue the story. As they darted into the cafe, the atmosphere buzzed with nervous energy. Patrons were glued to their phones, reading updates on the weather and the landslide warning. The barista, a woman with bright blue hair, handed them both some paper towels to wipe their hands, and Lily couldn't suppress a laugh. Everything felt surreal, the tension in the air contrasting with the absurdity of their situation. Here we are on a first date, dodging landslides and debris. Talk about a memorable outing. Ella quipped, her eyes twinkling with mischief. I mean, we could write a rom-com about this, Lily replied, her heart racing not just from fear but from the thrill of the moment. Ella's laugh was infectious, and it wrapped around Lily like a warm embrace. They found a table in the corner, still close enough to overhear the chatter of scared patrons, while also giving them a little reprieve to catch their breath. As they settled, the cafe's neon lights flickered to life, casting colorful shadows across their faces. You know, Lily began, leaning in closer, if Hollywood ever knocks on your door, I'll be your partner in crime. We can write that rom-com together. Deal. Just promise me we'll have a charmingly awkward first date montage, Ella shot back, her voice playful. They exchanged banter that ebbed and flowed like the current of the river outside. The world around them felt like it faded away, the panic of the crowd dulled by the connection they were igniting. As the barista passed by with steaming mugs of herbal tea, Ella smiled sheepishly. Guess we should get on with our date, right? Landslides aside, I'd love to still get to know you. Absolutely. Nothing can dampen a good connection, Lily agreed, taking a sip of her tea. The warmth spread through her, tea and chemistry intertwining. After a few more minutes of conversation, Lily noticed that the storm clouds had shifted the light in the cafe. The world outside was growing darker, but the mood between them felt electric. Just then, her phone buzzed again, and she glanced at the screen. National Weather Service updates, citywide emergency preparedness is advised due to potential hazards. Yikes, that sounds serious, Ella said, her smile fading as she read over Lily's shoulder. Should we stick around here until things settle down? Maybe. I can't shake this feeling, Lily said, anxiety creeping up her spine. I don't want this to be just a date we survived. I want to enjoy this connection with you. I feel the same way, Ella replied, her gaze softening. Let's make the most of it, no matter what happens. With that resolve in mind, they decided to embrace the remaining moments they had together. They moved to a window table where they could watch the rain begin to pour. The drops danced on the glass, and Lily glanced sideways at Ella, who was completely absorbed in the view, looking more beautiful than ever. Have you ever danced in the rain? Lily mused, tracing her finger on the condensation of her glass. Not once, Ella admitted, a spark igniting in her eyes. But what about now? We could make the cafe our intermission, and once it comes down hard, we can run out there like crazy people and just go for it. A thrill of excitement ran through Lily. You know, that sounds a little insane, but I'm in. With a playful smirk, Ella grabbed Lily's hand, pulling her towards the door just as the first heavy droplets started to fall. They burst out into the downpour, laughter and screams mixing with the sound of rain drumming against their forms. Ella spun Lily around, the two of them dancing without a care in the world, soaked to the bone but full of joy. I can't believe we're actually doing this. Lily exclaimed between fits of laughter. Let's see who can jump the highest. Ella challenged, and they both leaped into the air, landing with splashes. The world around them faded into a vibrant blur of color and sound. As they twirled under the growing storm, the chemistry between them surged, sparks igniting with every laugh and touch. Lily felt free in a way she had never experienced, the rain washing away her insecurities. Bursting with energy, she leaned in close and kissed Ella passionately amid the raindrops, tangled in laughter and liquid sunshine. When they pulled apart, they stood drenched but with euphoric smiles plastered on their faces. "Any other crazy ideas while we're at it?" Lily asked, breathless. "Well, while we're having this epic adventure, we could seek shelter and warm up with some comfort food," Ella suggested, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Food sounds perfect. You must know a great place nearby." With firm promises to carry on this wild date, they took off toward a nearby food truck that served the best vegan soft tacos in town. As they hurried through the rain, their hands clasped together tightly, both women felt an undeniable connection that seemed to grow ever stronger in the soft glow of the streetlights and the sound of raindrops falling. A little chaos made for the best stories, and if they could laugh through this wild adventure, who knew what amazing experiences awaited them just beyond the horizon? Continue the story and end. As they approached the vibrant food truck, the smell of seasoned vegetables and vegan cheese wafted through the air, enveloping them in warmth. The truck was adorned with colorful murals and had a small crowd gathered, all laughing and enjoying the rain-soaked evening. "Here we are," Ella said, her voice bubbling with excitement. "Nothing like a little comfort food to cap off a crazy date." Lily grinned, her heart fluttering at Ella's enthusiasm. "I'll take 3 tacos, thank you. I need to replenish my energy after that epic dance session." "3 it is." Ella laughed, her eyes twinkling. "I'll match you with 3, but we have to find the most adventurous toppings. What do you think?" "Oh, definitely. How about jalapenos for a spicy kick?" As they waited in line, they kept stealing glances at each other, their laughter mingling with the chatter of the crowd and the pitter-patter of the rain. When it was finally their turn, they ordered their tacos piled high with all sorts of toppings, including loading them up with the spiciest salsa they could find. As they moved aside to await their order, Lily felt a warm sense of belonging. "Okay, I know this is totally cheesy," Lily began, trying to hide her nervousness behind a playful smirk, "but today has been one of the best days of my life. Landslide warnings and all." "Cheesy? Nah, I totally agree," Ella replied, her voice softening. "This has been such a whirlwind, and I wouldn't trade it for anything." Just then, their tacos were handed to them, and they took their first bite together, savoring the explosion of flavors. The slight spiciness of the salsa made Lily squeal softly, and Ella laughed, taking a dramatic sip of her drink to cool the heat in her mouth. "That's what you get for going all in," Lily teased, swaying playfully as they continued to eat. After finishing their plates, they found a little picnic table under the awning of the truck to sit and enjoy the ambience. But amidst the laughter and light chatter, a set of unwelcome alerts went off on both of their phones simultaneously. Tension crept back as they checked their screens, revealing a citywide evacuation order due to the landslide potential. "Do you think we should head back?" Ella asked, her brow furrowing with concern. "I think we should. Safety first, and I don't want to risk getting caught up in anything serious," Lily replied, trying to keep her gaze steady. Ducking their heads against the rain, they navigated back through the streets, stepping cautiously once they reached the busier roads. But instead of being bogged down by worries, the adrenaline from the day surged within them. "Let's take a detour," Ella suggested with a mischievous grin. "There's a scenic overlook that provides a stunning view of the city, especially at night. It's only a few blocks away." Lily's heart raced. "You mean, begrudging safety for breathtaking views?" "Exactly." Ella winked, taking Lily's hand again. With rain lightly cascading around them, they took a shortcut through a small park, stepping over puddles as they dashed. Under a street lamp, they shared spontaneous kisses, the thrill of the rain and excitement of the moment only deepening their connection. Finally, they reached the overlook just as the sun surrendered to twilight. The city stretched out before them, glimmering under a curtain of raindrops, a shimmering landscape strewn with lights. "Wow," Lily breathed, eyes wide with awe. "This is beautiful." Ella moved slightly closer, wrapping her arm around Lily's shoulders. "Welcome to Portland, my new favorite person," she said softly, looking down at their city transformed by the night. I was right about something earlier. This day has been memorable, but it's this moment that really takes the cake. They stayed in close proximity, the warmth of each other's bodies making the cool air feel inviting. They exchanged stories about their favorite city spots while enjoying the view. Eventually, rain began to pelt down more heavily, but neither of them seemed to care. As water dripped from their hair and clothes, Lily turned to Ella, vulnerability seeping through her. I know we've only just met, and things have been so spontaneous, but I've really enjoyed this day more than I ever expected. Ella smiled, leaning in closer. Same here. It feels like the universe has conspired in our favor, don't you think? With rain falling around them, Lily took a deep breath, courage swelling inside her. So what happens next? I mean, once the storm clears and the craziness dies down. I'd like to see you again. I'll even promise no more spontaneous landslide encounters on our next date. Ella grinned, inching even closer. Deal, Lily replied, her heart fluttering at the idea. I'd love a second date. Perhaps somewhere indoors, with less chance of natural disasters. Indoor cozy coffee shop it is. And maybe we'll talk about plans for our rom-com. Absolutely, Lily laughed, feeling giddy with hope. They shared one final kiss under the rain-soaked sky, the world blurring around them once more. In that moment, nothing else mattered, just two souls connected, braving a storm with laughter, spontaneity, and the promise of something beautiful to come. As they turned to head back toward safety, hand in hand, both women felt renewed excitement for the days ahead, their hearts dancing as brightly as the city lights flickering in the distance.